Now to a new way for renters to take control. It's a platform to post reviews and see what other renters think of the properties they live in.
The likelihood of you finding the rental property that you're about to rent is high.
It's enabling them to find tenants that will stay longer, match the property better.
Few of us book a restaurant or a hotel without reading reviews. Now renters can do the same.
The previous renter will tell you if there was enough natural light, if the agent addressed the issues, what the responsiveness is like, if it's pet friendly, if it's kid friendly, if they felt safe.
Identical twins Ben and James Pretty are co-founders of RentRabbit, like TripAdvisor for renters. To the brothers, the rental market's been broken for far too long. They want to fix what they deem the most difficult components.
Lack of communication, engagement and transparency.
A business idea born during COVID.
So a tenant would go on there, fill out the survey for their past or present property, and that information would be available to them, the landlord and the property manager, as well as future tenants.
The platform's free for renters. There are subscription options for landlords, with the basic level also free. Eventually, RentRabbit hopes to offer services and utilities at a cheaper rate through various partnerships.
We don't get the time to fully understand in a 5-minute viewing, and with COVID it's made it even harder. We've got virtual viewings. So what we're saying to renters is share what it was like, have a voice, become part of the community and really lift the standards of living in Australia together.
I think this platform will be great for renters. I did know of one tenant that moved into a property and didn't realise that the neighbour was a piano teacher and unfortunately was really popular as a piano teacher.
Managing Director of Sotheby's Realty, Michael Pallier.
The lockdown has definitely impacted the rental market. It makes it hard for people to be able to move, and also a lot of people want to work from home, or they have to work from home. So if they're in an apartment that's too small, it's not as suitable as it was before the lockdown. If I was taking a rental property, I'd look on there because I'd be interested to know the feedback of what my neighbours are like and what it's like living in the building.
We moved back from Sydney in January of last year, just in time for lockdown in Melbourne. And we spent 12 months just battling constantly with our landlord. It was a horrible experience.
Mum of two, Karina, says the platform is a wake-up call for landlords.
Had I had that review before I'd moved into the property, I would have sort of got a commitment from the landlord and the agency to do something about the issues rather than having to live with them for 12 months. Just if I could save one person from going through what we went through, it'd be worth it.
There are currently more than 2 million properties listed on RentRabbit. Natasha's calling for a similar platform for those on the other side.
So we've had tenants in here for just a year and a half, and we've just been handed the keys and the place is just an absolute mess. There's damage on the walls, there's damage to the carpet, to the blinds, to the joinery, to the floors, and we're now left with the bill.
Airbnb allows hosts to rate tenants on a scale of 1 to 5 stars, accompanied by a written review. And after Uber trips, drivers and riders have the opportunity to rate one another based on their experience. Natasha says landlords are left behind.
It's very unfair because, that way we could look at the tenant's history, we could look at their rating and decide an informed decision. Do we take them on as a tenant or are they too much of a risk? This way we're just going in blind.
Get involved, have your say and be honest. That's all we ask.
Instead of the buyer beware, it is going in there with full knowledge and accepting or getting a commitment from the owner to fix the issues before you move in.